Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time today. I just want to start off by saying, obviously it's been a very, very challenging time. It doesn't really matter where you are in the country or even in the world for that matter, right? And as insurance agents, financial advisors, financial planners, etc., you have to look in the mirror and say, you know what? Obviously, everybody is going through this together, right? As we know, and it's a horrible, horrible time, right, for all of us. But you're on the right side of the fence where you can educate and help these families because bottom line is, right, grandparents, parents, people are dying from this horrible disease right now, right, through this pandemic. And kids, children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, they're looking around the dinner and lunch and breakfast table and saying, if mommy and daddy or grandma and grandpa, if they don't make it, if something happens, right, which we have all seen, anything can happen now very quickly, are we going to be okay? And you could be the superhero that comes in and said, you know what? I'm the one that sold that life insurance or that annuity. And I'm the one that was able to provide an income or a death benefit check or a whatever it is, long-term care benefit or CI benefit. It doesn't matter. I'm the one that was able to keep these kids in the house, right? And I was the one that helped this family pay their mortgage and their car payment, so their car didn't get repossessed. Okay, that's huge. So the point is, it has never been a better time to be an insurance agent, point blank, bar none. Okay, and by the way, I'm not just sitting here on a pedestal telling you all of this. Okay, if you look, you can do a Google search at LIMRA statistics, 2021, and look at the numbers. Okay, and it's not just life insurance, it's also on the annuity side. Okay, they said annuities are up 39% over the prior year. Okay, just from 2020. So my point is, you're in the driver's seat. You have to get educated, right? So you can share the knowledge and help these families. Point blank, bottom line, very black and white here. So that's why we do these webinars, the podcast, right? All of our trainings and email blasts. I know a lot of you say, oh my gosh, it's another Levinson email. Okay. And yes, I know most of you love those. Some people say, oh my gosh, it's clogging my inbox. It doesn't matter. It's our job to educate you. And if there's something new or something that's changed, we have to let our agents know. Okay. So at the end of the day, just remember, number one, there's never been a better time. Okay. Number two, you have the ultimate job. You're one of the only people that can help these families stay in their house. Okay. And we have agents right now that are literally doubling their income and they're selling from home. They're not leaving the third bedroom. Okay. I interviewed Ian, in fact, 2 days ago on my podcast. Ian Warcall from California. I see him on the webinar right now. I interviewed Ian for an hour, and what was interesting is his sales are up almost double over the last 18 months. And he sells a little bit of annuities, but mostly life premium. And he said, Bill, he goes, my phone is ringing off the hook. I use a few lead programs. He goes, I don't have the time to handle everything. It's crazy. So there's no excuses. Okay. It's just time for you to form new habits and get out there because the opportunities are all around us right now. Okay. You just have to be at the forefront when that guy or girl says, hey, I need a quote, right? Or, hey, I want to know more about this product. You have to make sure that you're out there. Okay. And when I say out there, social media, have an online presence, make sure you're e-blasting. Okay. When you all say, oh, another Levinson email this week, all of your clients, friends, your network, family should say, oh my gosh, it's another email from Agent Bill Levinson again. Okay. Because guess what? When it comes time for them to know more, let's say about an annuity or a life insurance product, they're going to remember the pain in the you-know-what life insurance agent Bill Levinson, and they're going to pick up the phone and call you, okay? Because my picture is in the bottom left-hand corner of every email I send, and I'm the guy with the cool haircut, right? We know how that works. So anyway, I can't stress it enough. You have to be out there. And just another quick point, and we'll jump right in, talking about new and good habits, right? You have to form these habits. I'm reading a book right now called Atomic Habits that is amazing. So I encourage all of you to check that out. Go to the Amazon Audible bookstore. You can listen to it. You can read it. It's called Atomic Habits. It's amazing. Write it down. I promise it'll help in your personal and business life. So check that out when you can. Okay, we're going to do our question of the day at the end, and this is a great training for all of you that maybe have never written an annuity before, and you heard that, oh my gosh, these things get issued in a week, and I get paid quickly, and there's barely any underwriting or compliance, everything's 1, 2, 3, okay, and you want to write your first, great, okay, and for you veterans that know it all, okay, even you're going to learn something today, because Chris is our third-party annuity consultant, and he's going to tell us, number one, some new sales strategies, what's hot, what's not, what's going on in the industry around us. And the best part, he's not tied to one company or product. He's a third-party consultant, so he can talk about all the companies and products, okay? And he's not shy, so he's not going to favor just a few and not tell us about others. So this is going to be awesome. Make sure you take out a pen and paper, use the question and answer box. Typically it's in the bottom right corner. You may have to expand it, but use it. If we have time, we're going to ask your questions live. If we don't have time, we're going to answer every question by the time we are done today. Literally, you'll have answers by 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to end right before 4 p.m. Eastern, and then everyone will get a thank you email in your inbox before we leave tonight, okay? And before we jump in, I also want to add one more thing for those of you celebrating, observing. Happy holiday to you all. And with that said, I'm going to introduce our first guest here. We have Ashley joining us. She brings over 14 years of annuity experience from the brokerage space and from an actual carrier. Okay, so she has been on both sides, and she is excellent for you to leverage when you have a question, or, I mean, literally, she'll do everything from A to Z for you, right? All you have to do is sell the annuity to the client, but she'll do everything behind the scenes. And then, of course, Mr. Josh Hoffman, who's got over 26 years in the business. He's been on the brokerage side, multiple home offices, and Josh is a genius. He's a numbers genius. So between Josh and Ashley, we have you covered on the annuity side. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce Ashley. She's going to talk about our latest incentive and another software tool that's available at no charge for you. Ashley, you there?
Yeah, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. So I just wanted to start off by going over a few updates and items that we currently have going on in our annuity division this month. So to start off, our current annuity incentive this month allows any agent to earn up to $1,000 by writing 2 annuity apps. Our Annuity Kickoff incentive, which you can see there on the left side, it offers agents an option or an incentive to earn up to 2 different bonuses if you write 2 different FIA apps, as long as it's submitted by September 30th and issued no later than October 15th. And the minimum premium required to meet these qualifications is $50,000 for each annuity app. So please make sure you register to qualify for this incentive as well, which we do send out in emails. If you have not seen where to sign up for this, please reach out to Josh and myself, and we can just email that right to you. And also on the right side here, we have our Annuity Marketing Allowance programs, which gives you an option between various incentives, such as marketing allowance, free leads, and agency Automator credits, which depends on the premium amount that you place. And on the next slide, all right there. Lastly, please keep in mind that you can obtain just about all annuity details and information by accessing our Annuity Experience section of our site. And we also offer our annuity agents free access to our Annuity Rate Watch system that allows you to view, search, and see current and upcoming rate changes. You can search for FIAs, MIGAs, and traditional annuity details for over 30 carriers that we offer. You can also request a quote or run a SPIA quote direct on Annuity Rate Watch. So don't miss out on this, because other IMOs are known to charge agents monthly fees for this, and we offer it free for our annuity agents. So please just reach out to us if you have any questions about how to navigate on that system or how to get access to it. All right, and I'm going to get everybody back over to Bill.
Okay, good stuff, Ashley. Thank you for that. So this is a basically quick chart just on what's new here at Levinson on the life and annuity side. I'm not going to talk about each one because I want to make sure that Chris has plenty of time. But I do want to point out just a couple things here. The $1,000 annuity incentive, Ashley just touched on, but that's a big one. Take advantage of this. I mean, we are literally sending out hundreds of thousands of dollars just in bonuses and various incentives on both sides every month. So make sure you're participating, okay? Literally filling out a form and writing the right company, okay? Very simple. Okay, let's move over to the middle section there. We have a few new products on Insure Me Now Direct. That's Amazon for life insurance, right? The only IMO to have that because I built it and I own the rights. So you should be leveraging it. It's your picture, your email, and you should be using it to recruit as well, because why? No one else has it. It's the ultimate differentiator. Let's move over to the right-hand side there. I want to talk about SAGE, our scholarship program. Look at these stats here, okay? The number of colleges now in the program, 437, okay? I mean, that is mind-boggling. When we started, we had 250, okay? So the point is, any qualified life insurance policy you sell, free one-year scholarship. Same thing on the annuity side. Most agents aren't aware of. We have a handful of carriers that come with a free scholarship on the annuity side. Okay, so everything in today's thank you email will explain that. Let's move right under that on the right side, Your Family Bank Software and Marketing Platform. We have a webinar coming up where we're going to dive in. We have a lot of agents that are running with this concept. And then premium finance software. So we have a complete turnkey premium finance sales software system that's available to you at no charge. If you're active with us, you're in, okay? And you're talking about big commissions. These could be $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 of target premium in commission. So these are big, big numbers, and all it takes is one client. We even have the advisors, right, that will get on the phone with you and the client and make the sale for you. Okay, some of them don't keep any part of the commission. Some keep a very small percentage, but it doesn't matter. If you have a guy, you have a girl, they'll do everything for you. Okay, and you still get the majority of the commission, and these are huge numbers. Don't forget, it's Life Insurance Awareness Month, so check out our Leah Marketing Library. You should be using this stuff. Be the obnoxious insurance agent that gets your name out there, because once again, when Betty is at line at Publix checking out, right, and her neighbor says, oh my gosh, do you know about this long-term care insurance? Right? You want to be the go-to. You want Betty to remember, hey, it's Bill Levinson, the local Boca Raton insurance agent. That should be you, okay? So you have to get your name out there. I can't stress it enough. Let's jump right in to today's feature presentation of the day. Chris is joining us. I call him the ultimate annuity insider. Chris, are you there, buddy?
I'm here, Bill. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. Thank you.
Fantastic. Excellent, folks. And I'm assuming you can see my screen here. If you have any problems with that, let me know. But Bill, thanks so much for having me as always. You guys have such a great team there with Andrew, Ashley, and Josh as well. So thanks again, always, for having me participate here. Bill, I think you had such a good message for everybody when you said we're here to educate. We're here to educate our clients. We're here to teach them what's going on in the marketplace, because the honest truth is, folks, your clients are not paying attention to what happens in the market. They should be, but they're not paying attention to what happens in the marketplace. And you have to be that person to be able to talk to them, to have that conversation with them, to let them know why their money could be at risk and what is happening. So I'm hoping I can give a few tidbits here on what exactly is happening in this marketplace. But again, always great to be presenting for you folks. Let me jump into what we're covering here, because we're going to look at the current market as a whole. We're going to look at the current annuity market as well. Bill threw some statistics out there just a few minutes ago. What we're seeing in the annuity market, some products and ideas to drive your sales, and one big sales idea that is absolutely working for folks right now, getting massive, massive premium cases. Folks, let's dive right in though. The current market, September effect. I wonder if any of you are familiar with this at all, but the September effect is in full order right now. Now, I don't know, this is pretty anecdotal, this idea that in September, the markets tend to slump. We are really seeing it though. We are actually seeing this happen right now. If you look at this bottom sentence here, September is the only calendar month with a negative return over the last 100 years. Everybody's feeling good. Everybody's been feeling good about the market. This thing has been taking off. All of you probably go to dinner with family, friends, and everybody feels like a genius right now with a stock that they picked, or crypto, or something of that nature. Even their mutual funds are taking off. Everybody's been a genius here for the past decade or so. But you are seeing these slumps happen in September, and we are starting to see some cracks in the foundation here with this marketplace. We really are. And that's what I want to go into here a little bit. If you look yesterday, this was the market yesterday. Closed over 200 points higher. That was yesterday. And it says staving off September slide right at the top there. Now let's look at today. This is the current market as of 10 a.m. Central Time. As of 10 a.m. Central Time, down another 225. The Dow is. S&P down 31, NASDAQ down 92. Folks, if you look at that top line there, I thought this was so interesting on what I want to talk about. Dow sheds more than 200 points despite strong retail sales as September sluggishness continues. It's just how this month rolls, unfortunately. So you got 200 points yesterday. You got it wiped out, 225 this morning. I know it's fluctuating a lot. I think it's down maybe 90 now, right before I jumped on this webinar. But that's what we're talking about, right? We're talking about the volatility of this market. I've said this before in these presentations. If you're 30 years old, you can handle this volatility. The volatility isn't so bad. In fact, it creates buying opportunities for you. But if you're 65 years old, this can create some serious concern, right? You're looking to move money into something safe. You're looking to get out of this market, maybe even just a portion of your money. That's what you have to help your clients do. And we're seeing very volatile measures here in this marketplace right now. Folks, what's also happening? Inflation concerns, right? This is actually a slide from last quarter's presentation. I just wanted to keep it on here. Inflation speeds up in April as consumer prices leap 4.2%, the fastest since 2008. Let's go to a more modern article here. How inflation is hitting everything from the online prices of everything from apparel to furniture. We're all seeing it, right? It's all hit our pocketbooks, whether you go to the grocery store, if you're trying to build something. Remember when lumber prices shot up 40%? We're all just seeing these costs inflate. We're seeing gas more expensive. You just have a lot of inflation concerns for folks. Their dollar doesn't go quite as far as it used to. And that's where they really need to protect some of that money. You know, if you're talking to a client and maybe some of this Dow Jones September effect stuff is way over their head, I promise you folks, they know what's happening with these creeping prices. They know gas costs more money. They know groceries cost more money. They know that anything big they're trying to purchase, if it's a boat or a house or a car, even the used car market is just going insane right now. Everything costs a bit more money. They need to protect the money that they have today. That is an excellent way to have a conversation and educate your clients. But let's talk about that annuity market. Again, Bill touched on this a little bit. First half 2021 annuity sales up a whopping 23%. That's a fantastic number. Total sales in the second quarter up 39% from the second quarter in 2020. Again, year to date, up 23% higher than the previous year. Sales at $129 billion. Other folks understand this. Clients understand this. Agents understand this, that there is a lot of concern about this administration, about inflation eating into folks' money. There's a lot of concern right now. That's why annuities have become so popular. I encourage you, if you have not done annuity sales yet, start to call into Josh, start to call into Ashley, Bill, get those questions answered, find out how they can best help you start to make more annuity sales today. So let's dive into this. What are we seeing in the annuity market right now? You know, we're seeing a lot of different things happen in the annuity market, but some things stay really consistent. Folks are looking for guarantees. Multi-year guarantees have been very popular. Guaranteed income has been very popular. People want to feel good when inflation's eating into their money, when things are happening in a volatile market. They want to feel good about those guarantees. So we're seeing a big push for those. Those short-term MYGAs, FIAs, very popular. I'll show a few examples of those here in a little while. And we've also seen some excellent growth in FIA interest credits year over year. You know, Bill and Josh and Ashley have tools to talk to you about which indexes are doing the absolute best year over year. So you can see actual growth, not just hypotheticals. Ask them what index actually did the best last year. They can help you with that information. It's an excellent question, so you have some real world numbers. And folks, we are seeing a lot of unique indexes out there. It seems like every company these days has a proprietary index. We are just seeing so many new things come out. And personally, I love it. You get to see a lot of these unique indexes targeting different sectors. Maybe they're more tech focused. Maybe they're more financial focused. Maybe they focus on dividend stocks, so on and so forth. You are seeing very targeted indexes that Josh and Ashley can help simplify for you. You're seeing them with fees and without fees, depending on your client's tolerance risk. There's great conversations that you can have here, folks, and they can help keep things very simple. So here are some products and ideas to drive your sales. And we're going to end this thing with a big sales idea that's helping a lot of folks right now. As Bill said, I am third party. I want to talk about different products. I want to talk about different ideas for you. We have seen so much success lately with SILAC annuities. And I think it's the simplicity of the products, the client-friendly features that are really driving these things home. I mean, look how simple this is. You have a 7, 10, and a 14-year product with a 5, 7, and 10% premium bonus. You have a client interested in moving money. Maybe they need a little bit of a push for that premium bonus. Maybe they took a hit in the market. Maybe they're seeing some things drop and decline. So they want a premium bonus to help make that money up, lock it in, and try and get more gains in the future. That's where these premium bonus products can be outstanding for them. SILAC in general has 5% free withdrawals available. They do have one product that has 5% free withdrawals that can accumulate up to 30% if no withdrawals are taken the year before. They have FIA products that issue up to 90 years old. 90 years old. You just don't have a lot of companies doing that. That's really impressive that they have FIA products that can issue up to 90 years old. And the SILAC Denali product has a no-fee income rider with wellness withdrawals as well. Wellness withdrawals being those withdrawals that double your client's income if they can't complete 2 out of 6 ADLs. In this one slide here, with the SILAC products, you're covering premium bonus products, you're covering accumulation products, you're covering liquidity, you're covering issue ages up to 90 years old, an income rider, and an LTC need with an income doubler with the Denali product. Folks, that is so impressive that you have all of those options with one company with just 2 different types of FIA products, the Teton and the Denali. You know, Bill mentioned earlier talking about MYGAs a little bit. SILAC has MYGAs as well. You have this on your screen right now. Most states, you have a 2.95% rate for 5 years. You have a 2.15% rate for 2 years. There's not a lot of 2-year products out there, folks. We have a lot of clients asking more than ever, listen, what do you have out there for the short term? SILAC has it, a 2-year product. That's so fantastic. I put the Florida rates on here because I understand Levinson Associates, you guys are in Florida, probably have a lot of Florida agents on here. Rates are a little bit adjusted in Florida, but still some outstanding stuff. I challenge you to talk to your clients Ask them what they're getting in CD rates right now. Even look at bankrate.com and find out what their CDs are performing at local banks in their zip code. They're not doing this well. It's a great place to put some money for the short term. And folks, the reason I like the MYGAs too, yeah, the commissions are a little smaller, but you get control of that client's money. You take the 2-year product, your client's trying to build trust with you. Yeah, your commission isn't huge like an FIA would be, but you're gaining their trust. They're seeing that growth, and then you can roll that product into an FIA product down the road. It's an absolutely outstanding strategy. I want to talk about SILAC as well because they have this index that's brand new, the Raven Pack AI Index. I've seen Bill's emails. I know he's talked about this in the past. You are seeing so many unique indexes out there, folks. This one's a cool one because it's an AI-powered index that shows some fantastic results. And you can see here, it goes based on actionable data from different sectors of the market based on the positive news that all these different markets are getting, like information technology, healthcare, utilities, real estate, all these different S&P sectors to create a really diverse index with one index on a 1-year point-to-point chassis. It's really impressive what it's able to do. And here's some of the growth. Just to show you an example here, I'm going to pull out my spotlight. I love to go into these things detailed, but I'm going to try and keep it simple here. We have a 60-year-old with 100,000. Look at this. After 10 years of growth, we're going to look after a full 10 years at age 71. That 100,000 is turned into $234,869. Folks, that's the most recent performance here of this Raven Pack Index, 7.92%. If that doesn't seem that amazing to you, if you're wanting to see 10, 12, 15% returns, this is a fixed annuity. In the years where the S&P is going to drop 10%, guess what? You just don't lose anything for the year. You lock in those gains each year through annual reset. It is an outstanding feature, folks. And again, you've taken that 100,000, you've more than doubled it over the course of 10 years, 234,869. With this product, excuse me, you have the built-in income rider as well if you want to turn that on. And then you have the wellness withdrawal that doubles that income for a period of up to 5 years at no cost to your client. The Denali just covers so many bases. I have to talk about it. I know I mentioned some things about the Denali before, but it's just been an impressive product because you may have the client who wants to accumulate money, but maybe wants to take a lifetime income in the future. This gives them the ability to do both, get some excellent growth, and decide if they want to turn that income on down the road. And the nice part about it, because of their annual statements, they'll know exactly what that income will be the year they want to turn it on. Folks, that's it, Denali. I just want to show this piece as well because this is the Raven Pack. This is the most recent low-high section with the Denali Raven Pack. And I want to talk about this boost a little bit because here's what you're seeing. Most recent 10 years, it did 7.92%, just like the illustration we showed, right? You can see the gain from the Raven Pack over the course of 10 years was 6.92%. If you've heard of a margin before, a margin means they subtract a percentage off of the gains. A boost means they actually give it a percentage. And that's what they're doing here with the Denali 10. They're giving a 1% boost to the performance of the Raven Pack. So over 10 years, it performed at 6.92%. They give it the 1% boost. Boom. That's what your client's getting right there, 7.92%. Here's what I love about this product. And this is what I love to look at anytime I'm looking at an annuity. I want to see what that low and that high is. The high, 8.73. The low, 7.13. Even in its lowest period, it did over 7%, this index. That is an amazing, amazing message that you can send to a client. I always fear when I see those annuities that show a 10% gain in high years and then a 1% gain in the low years. And they are out there, folks. This one shows so much consistent growth, no matter the time period that they're picking from. And remember what happened in that 2005 to 2015 period, that big financial crash there in 2008, you still had outstanding growth with the Denali Raven Pack. Folks, another thing you can feel great about with SILAC, They are a B+ rated company, but they are one of the fastest growing carriers out there. Number 4 FIA carrier overall in the independent agent channel. Folks, look at these numbers here. I mean, they are doing billions in business, 110% increase in 1 year. They are truly, truly taking off. I know the folks at Levinson and Associates, they have a lot of financial pieces, things to better explain SILAC for you if you do have any questions. So I don't want to spend all my time on SILAC, of course. Again, I want to present multiple ideas to you folks, because what I'm spending some time on here are accumulation products. Now, the Denali was kind of an accumulation income hybrid, but here's what I love. You have so many different options of products with Levinson and Associates. Let's look at a different one. This is an accumulation product with a fee, okay, with a fee. We're doing an index with a fee, the North American Versa Choice 10. This product can have fee indexes or no fee indexes. I want to take some time to just show a fee index for you, because what's happening is a lot of carriers are adding strategy fees to their indexes. They just are. They're adding these strategy fees to their indexes. And you may look at them and be wary of them. You may not like the idea that there's a fee on a fixed index annuity, but I want to show why it can be beneficial for the right client. This Versa Choice is obviously North American, an A+ rated carrier. It's a 10-year surrender charge product, 10% free withdrawals available immediately, which is a huge, huge feature. You have these unique indexes like the Mark V and the Fidelity multi-factor. I love that Fidelity created an index. Fidelity is what so many people use for their IRAs, what small businesses use for their company IRAs and things like that. Your clients are already familiar with the name, so that's excellent. You do have the ELB rider available. We're going to go into that in just a second. And for those of you that are securities licensed on this call, this product is also 1010 compliant at the same time. So that's some great news there. Let's take a look at the growth though. So again, what I've done here, I've selected a product, the Versa Choice 10, with a Fidelity index with a fee, and that fee is 1.5% per year. 1.5% per year. But folks, let's look at, compared to the Denali, what kind of growth that's doing. Highest, 12.22%. Most recently, almost 11%. Lowest period, 7.46%. Folks, that's with a 1.5% fee annually. So you may have a client who says, listen, I'm not buying an FIA to have a fee associated with it. I want that zero is your hero. I want that ground level. I never want to lose anything on my annuity. Because keep in mind, if you do a strategy fee, your client can go backwards, right? They can go back 1.5%. But the argument I would make is that's the worst your client can do. They're not exposed in a brokerage account where they could lose 30% in 1 year. No, the worst they can do is 1.5%, negative 1.5%. That's not that bad, folks. And the upside is huge. Because you're purchasing this strategy fee for a 1.5% annual charge, it has a 190% participation rate. 190% participation rate. It's outstanding. And you're seeing that growth in those high years and most recently, 10 to 11 to 12% growth in an annuity. That's outstanding. If you have that client that's really just trying to park their money, really wants to see some growth, really wants to take advantage of those high years, that's where a strategy fee might be a good idea for them. Not for everyone, but it could be an excellent idea for those folks. And that's what I wanted to share there. You have an A+ rated company with an index by Fidelity that so many people are familiar with, doing some great things here. You know, one feature this annuity does come with too is some liquidity and LTC features. It's called the Enhanced Liquidity Benefits Rider, and it costs your client 60 basis points a year. The reason I throw this out there is because this is a first to market item from North America. No other company has this. It's pretty cool. If you add this rider, you get 4 different things. You get enhanced penalty-free withdrawals, access up to 20% instead of 10% free withdrawals to get up to 20%. They get return of premium. If your client wants to walk away from this anytime after the 3rd year, they can do so. That's real nice peace of mind that they're getting there. And then you have this extra flexibility for LTC needs. If your client's unable to perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living, they can walk away from the annuity with their accumulation value, meaning with their gains, they can walk out of this annuity. It's a really nice feature because if they need that money, if they need to walk away, they can absolutely do it with the gains in the annuity. Most annuities will say, hey, you have to be in a nursing home in order to do that. Or some annuities say, no, sorry, you're still in the surrender period. You can do 10% and that's it. So that's a really nice feature. And then you have the ADL-based payout where you can actually get a multiplier on your money if you take it out over 5 years. So whatever the accumulation value is, let's say it's year 5, you'll get 120% of that accumulation value if you take it out over 5 years instead of as a lump sum. Again, just a rider, something you can add to it to add that peace of mind. You may have that client that feels like they were burned by an annuity before. They don't want to get involved with an annuity. They want to be able to walk away. Here's where you can add return of premium to a product that also gets some outstanding growth. Excellent, folks. Now, let's talk about a carrier with no fees. This is the last product that I'm going into real fast. So we talked about a carrier at the beginning with SILAC, that Denali product, kind of a hybrid accumulation income product. We just talked about North American's VersaChoice and spent time on their strategy fee index to show all that growth. But let's say you don't want a strategy fee. And let's say your client's very much against it. They just say, listen, I don't want a strategy fee. I'm buying this FIA for that 000. I want that floor. I don't want the risk to lose anything. I really like this product and some of the indexes that they put on here. The Equitrust market value, 10-year surrender, 10% free withdrawals after year 1, no fee index options through Barclays and the S&P Mark V. Just some outstanding features. And folks, I want you to take a look at this growth shown on this index annuity with no fees whatsoever. Best 10-year period, 8.85. Worst, 6.66. Most recently, 7.88. Very impressive growth in this product. What I like so much about it as well is they have a 7-year version of this product. If a 10-year version is just too long, they have a 7-year version. It only has a 5% less participation rate. So this product right here is the market value. It's got the the Barclays Focus 50 at 120% participation rate. If you go for the 7-year product, it has 115% participation rate. Same liquidity, 7-year product. It's a really nice option to still have a very strong 7-year FIA compared to the 10-year FIA. Equitrust gives you both, and they have no fee options on their index. So you don't have to worry about those fees as well. Folks, I think we kind of covered ground on products here, and I hope that gave you some insight on what some companies are doing, what some of these impressive indexes look like, how you can display them to your client too. I love that best, worst, most recent sheet that you can show them that's included in every index annuity illustration. I want to wrap this up here with a quick sales idea. And this is something that has been working, and it's something that may not have worked 2-3 years ago, but is working in spades right now. Folks, you need to know your MVA. MVA, market value adjustment. Many of you may have looked at an annuity before, maybe looked at a consumer brochure. You saw the term market value adjustment and you never paid attention to it. With good reason. A market value adjustment really only takes place if you're fully surrendering a policy within the term, right? That's, for the most part, that's when it takes place. So you tell a client, look, just don't take your money out during the term and you won't have to worry about the MVA. It won't even be an issue. But this has been massively advantageous for agents here, and I want to go into that. Most annuities have a market value adjustment, and I'm going to do a little reading here. An MVA is the amount in which a full or partial withdrawal is adjusted, resulting in positive or negative impact on the withdrawal. Depending on the direction interest rates move, the MVA may increase or decrease benefits payable under the contract. may increase or decrease. So take a look at this. If interest rates are higher at the time of withdrawal, then a negative MVA will apply. But if interest rates are lower at the time of withdrawal, a positive MVA will apply. So stay with me here. Interest rates are lower today than they were 5, 10 years ago, correct? Interest rates are lower today than they were 5, 10 years ago. Absolutely. So with that being said, you're going to have a positive MVA every single time for your client. So what that means is if you have a client with a current annuity still in surrender, you may be able to move it due to a positive MVA. Let me give you an example of this real fast, in case this all just sounds like Greek. We had a client with a 14-year annuity. They were only 6 years into the contract. This contract currently had a 13% surrender charge. So let's stop right there. If you're an agent and you go into a house and you're talking to your client, and you find out doing a fact finder that your client has a couple $100,000 in a savings account. Let's say they have $500,000 in a 401k. They don't want to move that, but they have an annuity with $250,000 in there, and they don't really like the annuity. It's not performing for them. They want to get out of this thing, but the problem is it has a 13% surrender charge. What company is going to move a 13% surrender charge? I'll tell you, no company is going to move a 13% surrender charge. You can't do anything with that unless the client just takes the hit and moves it to an annuity. You don't want to do that to them. So what you do, you call the carrier with the client with you, and you find out what the positive MVA is, folks. You just jump on the phone with the carrier, with the client, you find out what the positive MVA is. It will be positive. I can tell you that, especially if it's 6 years old, like this example, because interest rates are lower, so you have a positive MVA that grows that cash value, folks. So it has a 13% surrender charge, but when you consider the positive MVA, that surrender charge is more like 4%. Now you can move that annuity that your client's unhappy with. It's creating an opportunity for you. I know Bill and Ashley, and I know Josh, absolutely Josh, are familiar with this strategy already. But this is a way to where if you're in a home and your client has some money and they don't really want to do anything, but maybe they have an annuity that they're unhappy with, don't think just because it has a big surrender charge that you can't do anything with it. Positive MVAs are happening all over the place. This example, folks, was an $800,000 sale for the agent. To that appointment, he had no other option. The client didn't have any other money to do anything with. They got a tiny life insurance policy sale. He seemed to be at a dead end. He asked some questions about the current annuity. They got the carrier on the phone. They found out that now that reduced to a 4% surrender charge, they were able to move that case. That was an $800,000 sale. Know your MVA. It's an underutilized way to make more sales. The results are going to be fantastic. More opportunities for you. Like I said, that agent had no other choices. That client wasn't moving any other money. You'll have happy clients. And what I'm seeing from these MVA sales is that they've been huge. Very, very big sales, usually over $200,000. So very exciting stuff there, guys. I hope that was helpful for you, because those MVA conversations are happening more and more because, again, interest rates are lower than they were 5, 10 years ago. And with that being said, Bill, I want to pass it on to you. I want to see if you had any questions from anybody, or if you yourself had any questions for me.
Yeah, that was awesome, Chris. We appreciate it. Andrew, do we have time for a question or two? I know we have about 14 minutes or so.
Yep. I got a quick one here. So Mike is asking, Chris, is there any MVA after the surrender charge period of a policy? So if you catch somebody after that 10-year period or something, is there anything there?
No. So there will be no MVA after that surrender charge period. And you're good to move that case at that point wherever you see fit once it's out of that term period. So that would be outstanding. This situation is more for someone who's locked into an annuity. So many agents were just stuck in a position where they'd say, oh, there's nothing we can do with that. It has too big of a surrender charge. This gives you an opportunity with clients who are in a surrender charge period. That's where that positive MBA is going to help you. And again, I know Bill and Ashley and Josh can walk you through that process if you run into somebody on a fact finder with that.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, great question. And keep in mind, Josh, Ashley, they're here full time, 100% on the annuity side. So yes, they can answer any of these questions and make sure that you are comfortable with everything before you go out and make the sale. So no problem with that. All right, let's do this. We'll get to everybody else when we're done. I just don't want to keep anyone after 4 p.m. here Eastern. So what I want to do now, we have these hot products, this great sales concept that Chris just touched on, which was awesome, by the way, once again. Now, how do you get the word out there, right? Now you need people to tell the story to. So what we did is we have a whole turnkey platform. We have some updates we made. Andrew's going to touch on this briefly. And then, of course, we're going to share a couple other last minute items and our question of the day. We're giving away the IUL prospecting book and your choice, Amazon Echo or the Amazon New Fire tablet. So just about done here. Andrew, you want to take it from here?
Yep, thanks so much, Bill. I want to allude to your earlier point about being the obnoxious insurance agent, right? We talk about that, you know, it's funny to talk about it, but it's real, it's true. You need to be in front of your prospects as often as possible so that they remember you and you have a lasting impression and you have a web presence. In 2021, everything's about marketability. Are you marketable? Are you branding? And what we offer to you that no other IMO does is we're going to offer you either complimentary or advanced website solutions that we can put a professional grade site online with your information. Specifically, if you're an annuity agent, we can basically design a site just for you, talking about you, the annuity expert, and what products you have, software programs, testimonials, videos. Here's an example of one that I'm on the screen here of an agent's website. And this is a game changer, right? If somebody's looking at you online, they check your emails, they're looking at you, you talk to them, just say, hey, go to my website. You have to have a professional stocked website or they're not going to move this kind of money to you. $800,000 is a lot of money. They have to trust who it is they're dealing with. And in COVID, a website is just like your storefront. So you have to have, this is a non-negotiable part of your business. If you don't have a site, you need to contact us so we can help you put this together. But like I said, an annuity site is very important if you want to focus on annuity business. Now, moving forward into, getting the word out, as Bill mentioned, we have our Annuity Agency Automator platform. So this is our Agency Automator CRM, top of the industry as far as what it can do. And we built it for annuity specific agents, right? So we have pre-designed marketing pieces just for annuity producers, okay? So if you want to send out a marketing piece about the SILAC Teton product or about the North American product, what are interest rates doing for you? You want to have these taglines going out and really grabbing your customers' attention, right? Now's the time to do it. So this system drip markets on your customer. You don't need to sit there and babysit it. This is not hard to do. There's trainings available to you. We can automate this, but you want to get something like this because it can automate your follow-up, it can automate your marketing, and it can drive people back to that professional grade website so that you, the obnoxious insurance agent, has something to talk about and you look professional, you look the part, they're ready to write a check for $800,000, right? So this is also non-negotiable in our opinion. You need to have this on your platform, okay? You need to be using this, and we have hundreds of pieces ready to go, and Josh and Ashley can give you additional sales compliant materials to add in here. So you definitely want to use this for your current book of business, right? Now, if you tell me, hey, Josh, Ashley, Andrew, I don't have an extensive book of business, right? I don't have somebody that I can go reach out to and talk to about an annuity. No problem. We have a database engine inside of this tool that will filter new prospects. We have 28 million plus consumer records in our database all over the country. And you can go in here and you can segment it by age, by income, by net worth, by radius, if they own or rent a home. You can get very specific, okay? And once you have that result, You can then grab that list and send out the same marketing that you would do to a normal client. Send it out to these prospects. You can track the opens, the clicks, the responses. These are new leads for you, right? It's not going to be overnight that you're going to get an annuity sale for $800,000, but this is the start. This is how you create that reputation online, that exposure that you need, right? You have to do this consistently. If you don't, you're going in reverse. So this is definitely worth your time, and this is free for active writing agents. If you write annuities with us month to month, we pay for this program for you. There's no cost. So there's no excuse to not use it. You definitely want to get involved. So just let us know. Ashley and Josh are here to get you signed up. I'm going to get it over to Bill to talk about some lead programs, some other hot things going on. Bill?
Okay, good stuff, Andrew. And also keep in mind, too, without getting into commission details, Andrew was talking about landing, the $800,000 case. And of course, that's wonderful. But, typical middle America, right? You take in $100,000 on an indexed annuity. Depending on the product and carrier, that commission could be $4,000 to $10,000 to you on one case. Okay? So, and by the way, when you submit the app Monday, you're paid by Friday. So think about that. No exams, okay? No online underwriting. Everything's 1, 2, 3. So this is a game changer. Okay, now, a few things. Now, for those of you that have a big network, great. I hope you're using our agency Automator system. For those of you that don't, we have that prospect finder that Andrew just touched on. And for those of you that want leads, right, we have that option too. The way we look at this, and this is life or annuity, doesn't really matter, but we want to make sure we have you covered, right, from A to Z. Okay, so in other words, all you have to do is pick up the phone, right, or create a Zoom or go to a meeting and make the sale. And we're going to give you everything else, all the little pieces that you need to be successful, okay? That's the way we built our platform, and that's the way we're going to make the platform bigger and better for you all, okay? We literally live by that. That's our motto. We meet every single Tuesday morning, 9:15 a.m., and this is what we talk about, how we can make the platform bigger, better. Okay, so a couple things. I want to mention real fast, right, leads, annuity leads, which are very rare, by the way. And to find a good program that works on the annuity side, 1 out of 100, literally. Okay. Oh, one more thing too I want to mention. When me and Andrew, and we said it, jokingly a few times about the obnoxious insurance agent, we don't mean obnoxious insurance agent. What we're trying to say is you need to get the word out there any way you can. Okay. And the point is, when Betty or when Bobby or Susie, right, are talking to their friends, they're out at happy hour or playing cards or at the pool, and insurance comes up, or investments or annuities, right, you want to be the one they remember. That's the only point that we're trying to stress behind all of this, okay? And I can't stress it enough, okay? We did it on the IMO brokerage side, and I know you could do it on the retail side. Okay, so, and by the way, if you want some ideas for social media, for your website, okay, literally go into Facebook, okay? Go into Instagram. You can do a search and just put annuity or life insurance, right? And hit enter, and you can see all of the latest life insurance or annuity ads, videos, posts, reviews, and you can actually sort by the most liked or most commented on, okay? Because that's a great head start for you to get ideas and strategies. And just remember, everyone that liked or commented on the ad or the picture or the video, that's a new lead. It's a new prospect that you can reach out to. Okay, so just start thinking like that. In fact, you should write that one down. All right, real fast. So top left corner, this is probably my favorite program for leads right now. And again, nothing works perfectly, okay, and it is a little pricey, but for annuity leads, this is literally peanuts. $45 per lead is the co-op discounted price, okay? And by piggybacking with Levinson on the rest of our agent coattails, you're getting a great deal. No minimum order. That means you want to order 1 lead, no problem. 5, no problem, okay? And there's no setup fees or anything. You pay per lead, okay? And these leads do work, okay? And again, they might be 25,000, 75,000, maybe 500,000, okay? But you will get someone interested in learning more about annuities. Okay, so real quick, going to the bottom, we have a direct mail program as well, $460 for 1,000 mailers. They're getting about a 1 to 2% response rate. Depending on what part of the country, it could be as high as 2.5%. So that's another great one. Plus, it has your return mailing address, so you control everything. All right, that's a quick testimonial, top right-hand corner. We're going to send all of this out in the thank you email today. So again, keep your eyes peeled. If you don't receive that, let us know. That means we have your wrong email address. So please call in. Okay, so every single month we send out an email. We call it the Annuity Alert, and we basically just show you all of the hottest products, everything that's hot, that's not, all of the great rates. And again, lean on Josh and Ashley for more information, and make sure we have your correct email and you're getting these monthly annuity alerts. Okay, moving forward, the Bill Levinson Experience podcast. This is a great way for you to learn, and here's why. You know, I can't tell you how many times a week we get calls from agents saying, hey, can you give me one of your top annuity agents' phone number? I want to pick their brain for an hour, or a life agent or an MDRT agent. Okay, and let's be honest, I can't give out other agents' phone numbers. Okay, I mean, I could get sued for that. So what I decided to do is I pick an agent every month, right? Or let's say a big social media guru, or whatever the case is, anything that can help our agents, right? I pick a new guest speaker every month and I interview them and pick their brain for an hour. Okay, so you should check these out. They're free. They're on YouTube, on our Levinson channel. They're on our website. They're on whatever your favorite podcast channel is. And if you leave a comment, I send you a new prospecting book on us. Okay, so check them out. I just interviewed Ian, like I said, Tuesday. That's going to be out probably by Monday, I would say. And then I even interviewed Chris for an hour, our annuity consultant. So we have an estate planning attorney. I pick his brain for an hour. He gives some great ideas. It's just a great time, and it's a great way for you to leverage other people's knowledge, right? To give you a step up in the industry for free. So anyway, check those out when you can. Okay, upcoming training events, that's what you're on right now. And what I want to just point out, the highlighted blue section, these are 2 new webinars that we just added. And the way that we came up with these is you guys, agent feedback. Okay, we said, what do you want us to talk about where you can learn? And the first one, everything you need to know about working with Levinson, the 2021 edition, that's going to be on the 23rd. And then this was another big one. We had agents say, you know, I'm selling over the phone now from home, and I need to know like where to go, when to think of this carrier and that product. And, you know, if someone has blood pressure and cholesterol issues, you know, what health class should I give them? So here we put everything in a 1-hour presentation for guaranteed issue, simplified issue, instant issue, all of the above on one easy to understand training webinar on the 30th. So check these out. Okay, these are new and they're built for you all. Okay, our last slide here in our question of the day. And look, I'm actually on time for once. It's 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, I'm going to have our question, of course, real fast. Before I do that, this week's Positive Tuesday quotes. I'm going to talk about this quickly, and this is a big one. And it's just funny because this has to do with personal and business. I try to make these unique and different and beneficial for everyone out there. But I love this quote, and we should all write this down. Goals are great, of course, but it's the small habits and steps taken each and every day that make all the difference, right? Think about that. Make sure whatever you're doing, you're moving in the right direction. And sometimes you got to form these new habits and break the old patterns of the bad habits. Right? It sounds easier than it is. I know that, but write it down. Start working on it every single day, personal and business. Question of the day. I hope you are paying attention. Whoever answers first and correctly wins. So make sure your little fingers are on the keyboard and you're ready to roll. And by the way, you have to use that Q&A box on GoToWebinar software. So please don't text or email us because that's not fair, right? We have hundreds of agents on, and I want to give everyone a fair shot. So make sure you're ready to go. The question is, I just mentioned, two-part question, by the way. I just mentioned our annuity lead program. These are the exclusive leads. You tell me, two-part question. Number one, what is the discounted price per lead? And what is the minimum number of leads you have to order? Okay? Tell me the price per lead and what's the minimum number of leads you have to order to participate. Two-part question. Andrew, do we have today's winner?
We do. Michael M. Michael M is the first one to get it correct.
Michael M., congratulations. And the answer is $45 and no minimum. A little bit of a trick question there. Michael got it, nailed it. Congrats. I'll send out your gift by tomorrow. I just want to say thank you to everyone that participated, that listened in. We're also going to send this out to our entire agent database. I hope you wrote down notes, questions. Please call us, okay? We're all here to help you. And with that said, have a great rest of your Thursday, a great Friday, a great weekend, a great holiday if you're observing and you're watching this later. Okay, take care and thank you again and great selling.